Good morning, student. Today we will see expression for torque in terms of moment of inertia. Means expression for torque. So what do you mean by torque? So torque means it is a one force. When force is acts on a body and then body is rotating around the axis. So at that time this force is called torque. Its notation is symbol is like this, torque, and its basic formula is torque is equal to force into moment R. Torque means it is equal to force into moment R. So moment R means it is a perpendicular distance from the axis. Force multiplied by moment R. So moment R means perpendicular distance between the object and axis. ओके, सिंपल आहे. टॉर्क म्हणजे एक जस्ट फोर्स की ते असा फोर्स की ज्यामुळे बॉडी रोटेशनल मोशन मध्ये रिव्हॉल्व होते. सो इट्स एक्सप्रेशन, त्याचं एक डेरिव्हेशन आहे. म्हणजे टॉर्कचा फॉर्म्युला आपल्याला डिराईव्ह करायचा आहे, इज इन द फॉर्म ऑफ मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया. तर त्याचा फॉर्म्युला आहे टॉर्क इक्वल टू आय अल्फा. फॉर्म्युला आहे हाच आपल्याला फॉर्म्युला डिराईव्ह करायचा आहे. आय मीन्स मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया ऑफ द रोटेटिंग बॉडी. अल्फा मीन्स इट्स angular acceleration. Okay. So now consider one body. It is rotating around this axis. Axis is passing through body and it is a perpendicular in the plane. Means axis, it is a perpendicular in the plane of the body. Now body consists of number of particles. Their masses is m1, m2, m3 dash dash mn, and they are situated at a distance r1, r2, r3 dash dash rn. Means particle, their masses m1, m2, m3 dash dash mn, and their respective distance from axis is r1, r2 dash dash rn. So therefore body is rotating around this axis with a constant angular acceleration. Constant angular acceleration. That means when torque is applied, then body is rotated around this axis with constant angular acceleration. Means all these particles when they are rotated, at that time its angular acceleration is also constant, but linear accelerations are different because all particles are situated at a different distance from the axis. So that's why their linear accelerations are different. Have you understood? लक्षात घ्या, कॉन्स्टंट अँग्युलर ॲक्सलरेशनने बॉडी रोटेट होते, म्हणजेच त्या पार्टिकलचे सुद्धा अँग्युलर ॲक्सलरेशन काय असणार आहे? कॉन्स्टंट, बिकॉज अँग्युलर ॲक्सलरेशन इज डिरेक्टेड अलॉंग दी ॲक्सिस. बट लिनियर ॲक्सलरेशन, कारण की ऑल पार्टिकल्स आर सिच्युएटेड ॲट डिफरंट डिस्टन्स, वेगवेगळ्या डिस्टन्सवर सिच्युएटेड आहेत ॲक्सिस पासून, आणि म्हणून त्यांचं लिनियर ॲक्सलरेशन जे आहे ते काय असणार आहे? डिफरंट असणार आहे. म्हणजे a1, a2, a3 डॅश डॅश an. देअर रिस्पेक्टिव्ह लिनियर ॲक्सलरेशन इज a1, a2, a3 डॅश डॅश an. ओके, नाउ इट्स सपोज कन्सिडर द फर्स्ट पार्टिकल. इट्स लिनियर ॲक्सलरेशन इज a1 इज इक्वल टू r1 अल्फा. Similarly, second particle, its linear acceleration is a2 is equal to r2 alpha. and then this last particle an is equal to Rn alpha. So this is the acceleration. Basic formula का acceleration चा a is equal to r alpha. Okay. Similarly, the force by using the Newton's second law, the force acts on the first particle F1 is equal to m1 a1. बेसिक रिलेशन है फोर्स टू मास इंटू एक्सेलरेशन. तो फर्स्ट पार्टिकलवर जो काही फोर्स ऍक्ट होईल तो असणार आहे m1 a1. सिमिलरली सेकंड पार्टिकल m2 a2 and last particle mn an. Now they substitute the value a1 in that equation. So f1 is equal to m1 r1 alpha, f2 is equal to m2 r2 alpha, and that dash fn is equal to mn rn alpha. These are the force acts on a particles and they are rotating around this axis. Axes are perpendicular in its plane. Now the moment the torque acts on the first particle, because the basic relation is torque is equal to force into momentum. A basic formula है. So torque is equal to F, momentum is R1. So now the torque acts on the first particle, means torque 1 F1 R1. So this is the torque acts on the first particle. Similarly, torque acts on the second particle F2 R2, and last particle torque n is equal to Fn Rn. Now substitute the value F1 in that equation. So torque 1 is equal to F1 means m1 r1 square alpha, torque 2 is equal to m2 r2 square alpha, and last torque n is equal to mn rn square alpha. So these are the torques of the different particles and they are rotating around the axis. Now the total torque of the rotating body is equal to the sum of the torque acting on a different particles. म्हणजे हे सर्व टॉर्कची ऍडिंग केली म्हणजे तुम्हाला टोटल बॉडीवर ऍक्ट होणारा टॉर्क मिळेल. सो देयरफॉर torque acts on a rotating body is equal to torque 1 plus torque 2 plus torque 3 plus dash torque n. Now substitute torque 1 torque 2 in that equation. So m1 r1 square alpha plus m2 r2 square alpha plus mn rn square alpha. Now alpha is a constant, so take it outside the bracket. Remaining term is in bracket m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus dash mn rn square out of bracket alpha. And this m1 r1 square plus m2 r2 square plus dash mn rn square means it is a moment of inertia. So therefore I, and this alpha is as it is. So torque is equal to I alpha, and this is the final relation. काही अवघड नाही, लक्षात घ्या. आपण काय केलं आधी की बॉडी कन्सिस्ट नंबर ऑफ पार्टिकल्स, बॉडी इज रोटेटिंग विथ ए कॉन्स्टंट अँग्युलर एक्सेलरेशन, their masses of the particles, their distance from axis, their linear accelerations are different. So r1 alpha, r2 alpha, force on the first particle, second particle, substitute the value a1. Now find out torque on the first particle, second particle. So and substitute the value of F1 in that equation. And now finally, adding of this all torques acting on the different particles. So we get the total torque acts on a rotating body. So torque is equal to I alpha and force is equal to mass into acceleration. When body moving in a straight line path, then its force is m into a. When body rotating around the axis, at that time its torque is I alpha. That means torque in rotating body and force in translational body, both are the analogous. Similarly, moment of inertia and mass, it is also analogous, and angular acceleration and linear acceleration is also analogous. Okay, so now today here we will stop. Thank you.